All right, so we're about to check the login logs, the logins, I guess, right? Okay, let's see exactly what we've got here. All right, so really does have everyone's login and logout times recorded. Now, taking a quick look, all right, looks like Himiko, Samugi, Kaito, Kibo, and Shuichi all logged in at exactly the same time. For some reason, Maki waited an extra minute to log in. And then for some reason, Kokichi and Gonto waited another extra minute to log in. What gives with that? I don't remember that. I thought everyone had logged in at the same time. Then Miyu logged in several minutes later. I thought everyone had logged in at the same time. This doesn't seem to make sense to me. I swear, now of course this was last stream, but I swear they all logged in at exactly the same time. Maybe I'm wrong, but I thought they had. Like, why is it, I don't understand why there's such a big gap there, you know? Anyway, maybe something happened there, maybe not. I don't know. Now, the logouts. Kaito, 5:17 a.m. kind of lines up with what he was saying, that he was inadvertently logged out against his will, and he didn't really want to log back in because he didn't know the ins and outs of logging in or out or anything, right? So basically he didn't want to have any issue, so he didn't log back in, he just went to sleep. And then I guess it would have been about an hour, 40 minutes later when the announcement came out that there was a murder, and that's when he ran back, right? Everyone else, as you can see, pretty much logged out in the order that we saw. It was Kibo, Himiko, Maki, Gonta, Samugi, Shuichi, Kokichi. Of course, Kokichi took 2 extra minutes for some odd reason. I don't know why.
Well...
So aside from Miyu, everyone has logged in and out once.
You're right.
Then it would appear that no one secretly logged out and then logged back in. My main concern becomes Kaito, because he logged out ahead of us. No, it couldn't be him. All right, but now we got the login, logout record. All right, all right. Also, there's something else I noticed while I was analyzing the program. Looks like some parts of the program are rewritten.
Huh?
The program's been rewritten.
Oh.
Obviously, Miyu was the only person capable of doing that. So which files did she rewrite and what did she change?
Okay.
I'll analyze that, of course, but it's going to take a little time.
Yeah.
As long as it's done by the class trial, Shuichi will be able to avenge Miyu. Here's what I think, okay? I think all those golden sparkly things that we saw all over the place were not what they looked like. For example, there was a roll of toilet paper that we saw sitting there on the ground on the outside of the building. I don't think that was really a roll of toilet paper. I think what it is it looks different because she coded it. Remember, originally, supposedly the program was a virtual killing game made by Monokuma. That would have meant that there's probably weapons and all kinds of things, ways to kill people in there, but Miyu recoded it and she had claimed she had made it safe. Now, think about this. Do you really think she recoded the entire program from the ground up? Probably not. What she probably did was a workaround. She probably coded it so that you can't see the objects that can be used to hurt someone. So for example, perhaps that toilet paper is not a roll of toilet paper. Maybe it's actually a weapon, but she coded it to look like toilet paper so you wouldn't know it's a weapon, so you wouldn't use it to kill someone. Now, we saw those sparkly golden things all over the virtual world. So it's very possible that every single one of those was a hazard or a danger or a weapon, and she recoded it to look safe when it wasn't, but because you didn't know that there was danger, no one could use it to kill someone else, you see? That's kind of what I'm thinking, but there's really no guarantee. That's my guess. That's my best guess so far, okay? Obama just took me $1.30 and said, shout out to Ruroni Gaming. He sure loves us presidents. All right, well, shout out to him. I guess he likes presidents. I don't know, but thank you, Obama. The Mac Daddy president, right? Obama was a Mac Daddy. Remember that meme? That was a hell of a meme. Anyway, that's an old meme. All right. Now we're up to $117 in tips. Thank you guys so much tonight. Okay. Okay. Here we go. So, well, as long as it's done by the class trial, Shuichi will be able to avenge Miyu. Okay. He's just saying whatever he pleases.
All right.
Alright, then I'll keep on analyzing the crap out of this program. Aha, you're so reliable.
That's true.
Yeah, way more than you. Okay, let's keep going now. What about Kokichi? Can you believe Monotaro's on our side now? And all this for his recently deceased mommy. Wham! I'm so touched I can't stop crying. The Monocubs loved her so much. I'll never forgive the culprit who killed Mew. Oh, that was very touching. I've been wondering, what was the secret of the outside world that we were searching for anyway? That's true, we got sidetracked by Mew's murder case. We never discovered what that secret actually was. You couldn't find anything at the chapel, and we found nothing at the mansion. Yeah, they found nothing anywhere.
Okay.
No, Smoogie and I didn't find anything.
Dad.
I didn't find anything either. That's probably the same with Kaito and Gonta too, right? But you see, and here's the thing. If Mew recoded the world, she could have easily coded those things out to just look like the sparkly gold stuff, but you couldn't tell what it was. So she could have coded out things that were supposed to be critical, important things in the virtual world, right? Okay. So I didn't find anything either. That's probably the same with Kaito and Gonta too, right?
Right?
Knowing them, if they found something, they would have told us right away.
Yeah.
Yeah, they would have, unlike you.
Whoa.
Wow. Shuichi, did you hear that? The robot's being sassy with me.
That's so mean.
Did you know robots don't need warm blood to function? They become cold like this. That's why he's more concerned about the secret of the outside world than poor Mew. He told us he couldn't cry even if he wanted to. He went so far to stage his dramatic reaction.
That's wrong.
Okay then. That's not true. I'm hoping we can discover the truth too. Alright. Haburoni Gaming says, hey, Obama, tell your homie Joe to give me a stimmy so I can tip and get Danganronpa on for a second night this week. There you go. Give me another shot of that stimmy. Anyway, you're a pretty advanced robot. You can be sassy and make excuses. Alright. Shumugi, she's the only one left.
Like I thought.
It ended up like this after all. I had a bad feeling ever since I thought I saw Mew from the dining room window. You thought you saw Mew? Yeah, I told Shuichi about it. There's a small window in the dining room maybe 10 minutes ago. I looked through it, and I thought I saw Mew. Oh, so you saw Mew then? I thought I must have been mistaken, so she should have been by the chapel. You're only saying you were mistaken so you don't have to feel as guilty.
What?
Huh?
Because...
If you had been positive it was Mew, then you could have done something sooner. You could have prevented her death, you know?
Hey.
That's just speculation, Kokichi. You can't judge that in hindsight.
My bad.
Right. Oh, we went a little off topic there. Anyway, I wanted to ask you something. What do you think? What did you do after you thought you saw Mew? I thought I was mistaken, but it really bothered me. So about 10 minutes later, I told Shuichi, and while we were talking about it, that's when the noise happened. Yep, the bang. Ah! What was that sound? It sounded as if someone was struck very hard, came from outside. We heard a loud noise and rushed out to the entrance hall. Yep. Okay. Now let's go outside and check. Oh no! What? That was Kibo's voice, right? I think I heard him outside. He sounded close.
Huh?
Kibo's voice, huh? Was he at the chapel?
Okay.
He was, but Tsumugi and I are positive that it was his voice. We were at Kibo for the entrance hall when he should have been at the chapel, and now they saw Mew, so what is going on? There's something with this virtual world that's not as it seems, right? What? That's weird? You shouldn't be able to hear anything between the chapel and the mansion. Even Mew said that. Yeah, you can't hear anything at all while you're inside the map loading point.
I see.
You're right. The sound shouldn't reach through the map loading point. How do we hear Kibo's voice? How are we able to hear Kibo at the mansion if he was at the chapel? Maybe someone's lying.
What?
Lying?
Hey.
By the way, Kokichi, Did you hear the loud noise or Kibo's voice at all?
Ah.
I'm not sure. I must not have noticed because I was too busy searching. You're lying to his face. Kaito.
Hey.
Kaito, you keep interrupting me when I talk. Do you like me or something? Oh, yeah. That's what it is.
Don't screw around.
Semi-NF says he really feels strongly that the murder has something to do with the loading point. It seems to me this loading point has some different rules from everything else, because how is it that number one, when you're at the loading point, no one can see you, you're in complete silence, you can't hear or see anything, right? Then people are saying they saw people who supposedly were on the other side of the loading point, on one side. It doesn't make sense. Almost like the loading point is like this weird limbo spot that's in between the two sides, and somehow you can be seen from either way and heard from either way. Because how did they hear Kibo? That doesn't make sense either. That they heard Kibo? None of this really makes any sense, right? Alright. My conversation?
Ah.
You heard Kibo's voice when it shouldn't have been impossible. See? Can you tell me more about that? What I said before was pretty much everything. After that, we headed back to the chapel to see what happened. We saw Gonta as we left the mansion, and the three of us went to the river together. So we met up with Kokichi.
Yeah.
They didn't mention the roll of toilet paper, though. Just kind of suspect. Let's see here. How Ruroni Gaming says, now I really wish Mew there would have been some kind of a joke there right between these two fighting. Yeah, and it would have been disgusting. It would have been a disgusting, revolting joke. You're correct. Okay. Okay, then we used the signboard that I found as a bridge. What about it, though? Did you notice anything? I suppose not. I see you're working hard. It looks like you're starting to take this game seriously, Kaito.
Shut up!
Tsumugi's account. Loud noise. Added. All this evidence. There's still things to investigate. Who didn't I talk to? Oh, the VR headsets? They want me to investigate the VR headsets. See that? This is the device we wore on our heads to enter the virtual world. Some helmets still have their cords plugged in, others have them removed. I'm positive they were unplugged after logging out. That's it, the cords. We were supposed to plug the two cords from the computer into our... Oh, shit! I totally forgot about this part. Remember? They said that there's two cords and there's an order to do it. And someone had even asked at the beginning, they said, what happens if you reverse the cords? And Mia was like, I don't know, maybe you get hurt, or maybe you get, you know, maybe you'll fry your brains, or maybe, you know, she... Excuse me, I swallowed the wrong way. So maybe Mew or maybe Kaito plugged the cords in backwards. Maybe that's why Kaito was forcefully kicked out, because his cords were plugged in backwards. Or maybe her cords were plugged in wrong and it killed her. Maybe Kaito logged out, and while Miyu was still inside the VR, he switched her cords, causing a short that fried her brains. Oh. We're getting some interesting what-ifs. Some very interesting what-ifs. Yoshin all over, you have a good night. Thanks for chilling with me as long as you did, man. Have a good evening. This is going to watch me play classic Ninja Gaiden 3. Ooh, an oldie but a goodie. Ninja Gaiden games are tough but good. Okay. Timbo Slice says, so look, that's the PSVR, and he's right. It does look like the PSVR. And he says, the console's the Xbox. How did they not get sued? I don't know. Because I guess people just didn't care, right? I'm Matlock? Jake just called me Matlock. That's right. I'm trying to figure this shit out. Maybe I'm Columbo. I think I'd rather be Columbo. Anyway. The red for consciousness, the blue for memory. If you got those mixed up. Out of curiosity, what happens if you switch the chords? I don't know. I've never done it before. Probably it gets glitchy or something. See? Maybe you become a vegetable. Maybe you'll body swap. Who knows? See? A glitch. A glitch. Device instructions added to the truth bullet section of the monopad. Maybe. Alright, now how about this one? Alright, how about this crazy shit I'm about to say? Get ready for this one. You ready for this one? Maybe. Listen up. Miyu, knowing that if the wires were swapped, it would cause some kind of wild thing to happen, she purposely swapped the wires between herself and Kaito's headsets, and it caused a body swap was really Miyu who logged out early and she murdered Kaido, who was stuck in her own body. Who knows? Maybe it's true. Maybe that's what really happened. I don't know. Anything could happen right now. It could be anything. But maybe that's what I'm going with right now. Maybe that's not Kaido standing in front of us. That's Miyu who body swapped with Kaido, stuck in Kaido's body, that's standing in front of us right now. It could be. If I was writing this game, I would write something like that. Right? I would write something like that. Something crazy as shit. Carlton Jr. has tipped me another $1.30. He said, I thought for sure you were paying attention to the order in which everyone was logging in. Everyone definitely didn't log in at the same time. There was also a last stream. Miyu was whispering in the chapel to Kokichi and Gonta. You're right. She was whispering to Kokichi and Gonta. And if you remember, Kokichi and Gonta logged in at different times than everyone else. That's right. Kokichi and Gonta. Oh, no. Not another keyboard malfunction. It's my second of the day. My other keyboard fucking exploded when this happened. I hope this one doesn't. I already had one exploding, disgusting acid explosion today for the keyboard. Alright, it didn't fuck up. Thank God. I just had to reset it. Okay. Yeah, were you guys here for that earlier? So on the pre-stream, I was coming back from my break, and I was going to get my Ratchet and Clank stream started, and all of a sudden my keyboard wasn't working. So I tried pressing the button to resync it. Nothing. I opened it up. There's battery acid everywhere. It's just like, you know how battery acid gets powdery and shit? It was everywhere. Oh my God, it was falling on my desk. Like, oh shit. I don't want acid fucking burning stuff. So I had to run and clean it up fast. And that's why I was late to my first stream today. It was a big, disgusting mess. Okay. Are we ready? Let's continue. All right. Device instructions have now been added to the Truths Bullets section of the Mono Pad. Last thing would be this thing. I'm a computer. From what the time of death indicated in the Monokuma file, Miyu was killed while we were still in the virtual world. Is that it? Wait, what's that over there? Small bottle? What the hell is that? There's something on the seat. A small bottle. Didn't I tell you I suspected poison? I feel as though I've seen it before. This is yours, right, Shuichi?
Huh?
Mine? I guess it's not yours, but it is from your lab. I knew it.
Oh.
That's right. It was in the Ultimate Detective's lab.
Right?
That's poison. So you know about this, Kokichi? Of course, because I already checked it. We are in a killing game, you know. If there's poison and tricks prepared, of course I'll investigate them ASAP. Is that... Oh, it's not so that I can use them. I check in case someone else uses them. Is that really true?
By the way,
Did you see the label on the back of this bottle? The label? According to the warnings here, the poison is pretty lethal. It becomes neutralized once it's mixed, so it has to be taken directly. When it's taken directly, the victim will immediately die, even if it's only a sip a little bit. Which means if you can get the victim's mouth open, you can kill them instantly. I can't imagine a better method of killing someone who's logged in. By the way, I should tell you the symptoms the poison causes. It causes a blood vessel under the conjunctiva to explode. What is the conjunctiva? Which means the whites of your eyes turn blood red. Bloodshot eyes, that's important information. Well, that's everything about this poison. Am I doing a good job? Maybe it's time you acknowledge me as your partner.
No.
I thought I remember you saying that you didn't want me as your partner. What? Did I? Sometimes I lie without thinking about it.
Huh?
Seriously.
Anyway,
Who brought this poison? Do you think the culprit did it? Who brought the poison? I can't be certain yet. But I do know that the poison was left on that person's chair. It's on the right-hand side. Kokichi or Shuichi. We have to look at the positioning of the chairs. We've got Kokichi, Shuichi, Kaito, Maki. Say that 5 times fast. No, that's Kokichi's chair. That's Kokichi's chair right there that it's on. Now, it could be a setup. It could be someone's trying to frame Kokichi, right? I suppose I investigated everything that I can here. No, you didn't. You gotta look at her eyes. You gotta look at Miyu's eyes to see if they're bloodshot, you idiot. Because then you could tell if she was poisoned or not. Excuse me. Are you done investigating the crime scene? Do you know who the culprit is yet?
No.
No, this might not actually be the crime scene. Yes, injuries in the virtual world could be fatal in the real world. Meaning there's a possibility she was killed in the virtual world. Which means the next area to investigate should be the virtual world. We should go there again.
Huh?
See?
I just read your mind, didn't I? I did, right? Right?
Got it.
If that's the case, then I'm coming too.
Oh?
Oh, great, he's coming. You must really like me, huh?
Ugh.
Say whatever you want. I don't have time to waste on you.
Yeah.
If we go back to the virtual world, we might find some new clues. It is very quiet in the chat. No one's been talking. I don't know why, but anyway. With those, I might be able to clear my name. May I join you as well? I also think we should investigate the virtual world again.
All right.
Why don't we all go?
Ah.
Oh, so now I get to be the avatar again?
What?
Huh? Did you actually like that avatar after all?
Well...
Excuse me. Oh, hold on. Okay, I got a few things people have said here. Oh no. How Ruroni Gaming says, what if Miyu is in Kaido's body, but Kaido is in Junko's body, and Junko is in Miyu's body, so Junko is the murderer again for the third game in a row. Andre the DJ says, according to Google Dictionary, the conjunctiva is the mucous membrane that covers the front of the eye and lines the inside of the eyelids. Okay, so if it made that rupture, right, your eye would be bloodshot because it would be full of blood from exploding blood vessel in your eye. There'd be blood everywhere inside your eyeball, or on top of your eyeball. Okay. Still, the Kubo says, perhaps Kokichi tampered with the crime scene inside the virtual world because he stayed in there for an extra 2 minutes after Shuichi logged out. Semi-Inept says, maybe someone poisoned the inputs of the headsets and it took a while to manifest. Huh. Jackie says, we're so immersed. That's why no one's talking. Yeah, this is pretty crazy. Like, I say we've got a lot of different... We have a lot of different theories. It could have something to do with the wires in the headset not being plugged in right. Body swapping and shit, maybe. It could have something to do with this poison. It could be someone was murdered in the virtual world. It could have something to do with the loading of the virtual world. How was Miyu and Kibo ever to be seen and heard from the left-hand side of the virtual world when supposedly they were on the other loading side, on the right-hand side of the virtual world? What was it that Miyu was whispering to Gonta and Kokichi in the virtual world? Why the hell was there a roll of perfectly good toilet paper on the floor? And did Cornholio ever get the TP for his bunghole? We have many questions and no answers. We need to start getting answers now. All right? I demand answers. Anyway, Maki says, I'm going to stay here. He's still in the middle of analyzing the program. Gonta, search this place some more. There's no time to be sleeping. That's not what we're here. Wait, that's not what we're... Well, that's fine. Then I'll stay here too.
Huh?
What? I'm surprised. Are you going to get lonely without your partner?
My bad.
I'm busy, you know. I have to watch Maki in case she tries to do anything deceitful.
Huh?
Deceitful?
See?
Well, you and Kaido are pretty close, so you might do something deceitful for him, right?
Thank
Good thing Gonta's here with me. Your glare is too scary to handle alone. Gonta would risk his life to protect me from a murderer. Huh? Hey, if you keep saying messed up crap like that, I'm gonna kick your ass into orbit.
All right already.
It's fine. Just ignore him and hurry to the virtual world.
Okay.
Kaido, let's focus on solving the case for now. Now, you know what? You know what also we have to be wary of, which I wasn't even thinking of until just this very moment, okay? For a long time, when a murder took place, we were like, okay, the murders took in place. Let's all feel safe. Let's investigate the murder. But last time, while we were investigating the first murder, there was a second murder. So now we're splitting up. Half of us are going to the virtual world. Half of us are staying here in the real world. What's the potential for a second murder to take place now? Could someone kill someone else? Togami Byakuya says, I played the trial last week. My guesses were completely off. I'll be surprised if I get it. If I get it. Yeah, I don't know. Right now, I'm not leaning towards anything. Everything's a possibility for me right now. So let's see how this continues. Hui. Fine. By the way, guys, FYI, about 30 minutes left on tonight's stream. Thanks to those who are chilling with me. I knew this would get interesting once the murder happened. It has gotten very interesting. I'm having more fun now. Hope you guys are too. Last chance if you'd like to support the stream, whether it be via tip, becoming a member, a super chat, whatever you would like. But tips are preferred right now. Thank you to those who did tip so far tonight. I appreciate that support, and let us continue. Still, the Kubo says Maki's going to guard the room to make sure no one tries to pull anyone's plugs. It doesn't mean anything. Maybe Maki's the murderer, right? So maybe she will try to fuck with everything to protect herself from being incriminated. And everyone's guilty, or everyone's a suspect right now, because we don't know what happened. It could have been poison. It could have been wires. It could have been the virtual world. Who knows? We don't know what's going on. Okay. Thank God I don't like violence. The ultimate supreme leader would rather sneak around.
So that means...
Anyway, I'll leave the virtual world to you, Shuichi.
Yeah.
But I'm not exaggerating when I say this class trial can only be solved by you, okay? Your talent can save the useless people here, you know. What? Who you calling useless?
I told you.
Enough already. Kaido, let's go. Kaido, Kibo, Himiko, Samugi, and I prepare to enter the virtual world. Okay. We picked up our helmets once again, sitting in the same seats as before. Now we definitely know that that was Kokichi in that seat over there, because that's where the bottle is still sitting. See that? Okay.
So the red cord goes in the right side and the blue cord in the left, yeah?
Oh, here we go. Hold on.
Yeah, let's do that.
Right is the hand I hold my chopsticks with. I gotta be sure to get it right.
Oh my gosh, you're gonna fuck it up.
If you're that worried, why don't you use one that's already set up?
We place the devices on our heads and flip the switch. Okay. Oh, they're back. That was quick.
Great, huh?
Oh, it's my avatar. Look, my avatar. So you liked it after all.
You know...
We're back here.
100%.
Apparently, we always arrive in this room when we log in. You said that logging in and out isn't possible unless we're in this room.
Huh?
Then how did I get logged out while I was on the rooftop?
Okay,
We need to investigate that area too.
What should we do?
First, we're gonna check Miu's avatar, right?
that's right.
I think her avatar is still near the chapel.
Yeah.
Let's head out to the chapel. They all run. See, I'm under the impression all those things that are sparkling are an issue. Like, we have to investigate everything that's sparkling gold? Seriously. I should check the map before heading to the chapel. 2 maps of the wall, one of the mansion, one of the world. Check the map of the mansion first. First floor is the salon, the dining room, the kitchen, and the bathroom. The second is the roof. Split up when looking for the secret of the outside world. Kokichi had the salon, Samugi the dining room, Kaido the roof, and go to the outside. Map of the mansion added to your truth bullet section. Very good. Very good. Hello, Dylan. Good evening. How are you tonight? Good to see you. Very good. Hello, Anthony Does YouTube. How are you doing tonight? Very good. Oh my god, the Dark Souls never gets old. Very good. Alright. So, this is the virtual world. The world is surrounded by walls in all 4 directions. There's a loading point in the middle, so the map is split in 2. No sight or sound can pass through the map loading point. To get from the mansion to the chapel, you have to go through this point. You have to cross the river that runs parallel to it. Wait a minute. I have a theory. What if, alright, what if when this game loads, alright, what if this game acts like an actual map, okay? So, what if when you go to the loading point, the game folds like a piece of paper, alright? So the person who's in the fold can't see or hear anything. but the two ends now close together like a folded piece of paper. And look what would overlap. The mansion would overlap with the chapel, which means if someone was walking through the loading point, at that moment, technically you'd be able to see across, and you'd be able to see the chapel or see the mansion from each building, or vice versa. You'd even be able to hear Kibo talking because the world folded in on itself when the loading point happened. You see that? For some reason, I'm getting that vibe, because why else would this look like a piece of paper with a fold in the middle, right? I know it's a wild theory, but we don't know how this world works. And it just seems to me like that's a weird thing, that there's a fold in the middle of the paper like that. And maybe, like I said, how else would they have been able to hear and see each other when they were completely on the opposite ends of the world? Because the world folds in on itself, and you're basically, for momentarily, you're right next to each other, and then it goes back to normal, right? How about that? But that would mean that someone was crossing through the loading point when all that was happening. Okay. You also have to cross the river that runs parallel to it. That's how the world is designed. It's strange. I feel as though there's a secret to this. I think I figured out the secret. I think I did. I think that's the trick of how they were hearing and seeing each other. Kibo's the only one that can talk during the loading? No. When someone is walking to that loading point, that causes the world to fold. Alright? So everyone can hear and see each other unless someone is in that loading point. Then that person is blacked out. They can't see anything. They can't hear anything. They're in the loading point that's shifting them from one side of the paper to the other. But everyone else gets folded on each other. And so everyone else can actually see and hear each other and interact with each other. That's what I'm thinking. But think about this, how wild it would be. If you're actually literally in a piece of paper, you're somehow living on a piece of paper, and the paper folds, like you would look out the window and you would see up in the sky, you would see the building, right? Like in the sky, you would see the chapel. So maybe they looked up and Mew was looking out of the window of the chapel, and they were looking through two windows at each other. And that's how you would also hear Kibo. I don't know. I'm making this shit up. I'm just guessing. Anyway. So the map was made by Mew. Is that what's bothering me?
Hey, Shuichi.
I understand. Looking at maps makes you feel calm, doesn't it?
Huh?
Or wait a minute. If Mew made the map, she very much could have lied. That map may not actually be how this virtual world works at all either, right? You're the type of kid who stares at maps alone instead of playing at recess, aren't you?
No.
I never did anything like that.
Shuichi!
Don't forget we're here for you, bro. All right. Turtle Dude's here tonight. Turtle Dude just tipped me $1.30. He said, Oompa, Loompa, Doompa Dee Doo. Microtransactions are here for you. Do we have any microtransactions today at the Ubisoft Forward conference? I'm just curious. I didn't hear about any. Also, wasn't today supposed to be Gearbox? And why did I not hear a single thing about a Gearbox conference today? Was there absolutely nothing that happened during it or something? I heard nothing about Gearbox announcing anything at E3 today. Oompa Loompa Doompa Dee Dee. You'll have more content for a small fee. Oh my god, we're gonna do this again. No, we can't do that all night. We're running out of time, actually. We gotta continue with the game. Alright. You're not alone anymore. It was what I predicted. It was all about Wonderland and nothing else. That was the whole Gearbox presentation. Nothing but a Borderlands movie announcement, which we already knew. It's not even an announcement. We already knew about the Borderlands movie. So, okay. You don't need to withdraw into a shell, you know. Sob, I'm so proud of you. You made friends with real people, not maps.
That's wrong.
I'm investigating. I'm just investigating. Wow, they totally destroyed it. So now they're forcing us to go to the chapel. See, this sucks. I don't think the clock has anything to do with the case. I think it does. I think everything that glows has to do with the case. I think they're going to determine that everything that's glowing is not what it really looks like. Oh, Shuichi, could you please come with me?
What happened?
What happened? I found something strange. The toilet paper I bet he found. I don't know if it's relevant to the case, but I want to hear your opinion. It's right this way. Yeah, he found the toilet paper, see? Toilet paper? Why would it be in a place like this?
That's right.
It's cold here.
Huh?
Huh?
Which means...
My initial thought was that someone may have come here to defecate.
No.
I don't think that's it. I don't think avatars have bowel movements. I don't have to go at all.
Huh?
I didn't realize that. That never occurred to me, so I do not need to expel solid waste in the real world. That's right, he doesn't do it at all, so he has no idea. That's interesting. Turtle Dude, yes, I am aware there's a sequel to Mario vs. Rabbids. That actually leaked this morning before Ubisoft even talked about it in their conference, but that's cool news. I'm definitely interested in playing that one. Far Cry 6 will have a season pass allowing you to play as the previous villains. That's stupid. Yeah. Andre the DJ says the only game I play microtransactions in is if there's a Micro Machines themed game. Micro Machines cars? Oh man, I haven't thought about those in a long time. Okay, anyway, let's continue. Okay. I'm sorry.
Ah.
Oh, wait.
But
Still strange. Why would toilet paper be in a place like this? Could this be related to the case? Yeah, because I don't think it's toilet paper. I'm telling you, it was coded to look like that. It was coded to look like something safe, and it's not what it looks like. It's gotta be something else. There's something else going on here. It's a bunch of baloney.
Oh my.
I knew it was gonna be like this, but brr, it's cold. Oh, that's it? Fuck this. Out of the way. What the? Wait a minute. Huh?
Hey, so
Isn't this the signboard that Mew threw into the river? Whoops, my hand slipped.
you know,
It's not some other signboard, right? She said there's only one of them.
no.
It's definitely the same. I brought back the one that was stuck on the rocks in the river. Right.
ah,
Oh, so that's what happened.
But
there's something bothering me. Okay. The rocks that the signboard got caught on weren't on the chapel side of the map. They were on the mansion side. What about that bothers you? It just got washed from the chapel to the mansion, right? From the chapel to the mansion, that's odd. The flow of the river.
Shuichi.
Think later, bro. Let's get moving. So wait, the flow of the river. No, it looks like the river's going from up to down, right? Signboard uses a bridge. If you take a look at the river, it does look like it's going from up to down, and it would have caught it, and it would have went. Oh. There's no map here. Wait a minute. I have a map. At least I have something that we think is a map. We're not actually sure if it really is the map, but we have something that looks like a map. So, that's right. Oh, shit. We just realized something. This really is like a video game. When you scroll off one end, you can end up coming out the other end. Because that's what happened. Someone scrolled, or the sign scrolled off the right and reloaded on the left. Right? Or, oh, here's something even more interesting. The sign hit the loading point in the middle, but somehow instead of the sign continuing to the right, the sign reloaded to the left of the river and reset and got stuck on the rock. So, can only the avatars make it through the loading point? Only the avatars' objects cannot? Because if that's the case, the sign would infinitely keep loading and going down the river, right? Oh man, that's interesting. So if that's the case, there was no way the sign could have ever gone to the right-hand side of the map. Oh man, this is actually getting more and more interesting and tricky because we don't know the rules of the virtual world, right? Okay. All right, now we're gonna hit the loading point. That is weird. I wonder if there's a clue there. Whoa! The scene of the crime has not been altered since I found her. Okay.
So
There's no possibility someone tried to tamper with the crime scene afterward. That's for sure. It's just like how we left it. I'm pretty confident in my memory. I memorized a magic spell that would take a whole year just to chant. Okay. If you think I'm lying, I could start the chant right now, you know.
unfortunately.
No, thank you. I do not think I could wait a whole year. So something interesting was just said. Timbo Slice just said, I would take this game twice a week instead of MLB. We are finishing new Pokemon Snap on Tuesday night. And it actually is my intention, ladies and gentlemen, that once new Pokemon Snap is completed, that we will probably try to play this twice a week. That actually is my intention, because I do want to get further in. We're only in chapter 4. I think the game has 6 chapters. So I would like to get further in than only 2 hours a week. So we will actually play more starting in like another week. Once new Pokemon Snap has been wrapped up, it is my intention to play this more. I hope you guys are okay with that. It seems like you guys like it, right? Okay? People seem to say they're okay with that. They like it. Cool. Alright, anyway. No, thank you. I do not think I could wait a whole year. That's bullshit, says you can get behind that. Sounds good. A logged out avatar disappears, but if the real body dies, the avatar remains unchanged.
Actually,
Look at all this stuff scattered around. What happened here?
Jeez.
That's what we're going to start investigating right now. Isn't that right, Shuichi? Right. So, we have several items. What is this thing? Is this a piece of lattice? Why is this here? Yeah, that's a mysterious object. A wooden mat. It used to be common in bathrooms.
eh?
I didn't see anything like that at the chapel, so where did it come from? Huh. Swaggins is not okay with that. I'm very sorry, Swaggins. No, I'm sorry. Maybe some people just don't like the game. But anyway, okay. Now from the chapel, why is it here?
Yeah.
I just figured it out with my magic.
Huh?
You did?
I see.
Maybe someone used that instead of the signboard to cross the river. I mean, that could be possible. That someone is the culprit.
No.
I don't think so. The river's current is pretty fast. Even if you used it to cross, there would be no reason it would be here. I know that. I was testing you. Why would you want to test me? What does this mean? What's something like this doing here? I'm not positive why this lattice is left here, but I'm sure it must have something to do with this case. Lattice near the chapel added to the truth bullet section of the monopad. Alright. This is a hammer. Why would there be a hammer in this world? I rewrote the program to delete all dangerous objects that could be used as weapons. You see? This was coded to look like something else, but for some reason the code either reverted or changed or ran out when she died. And now it looks like a hammer again. You see, I told you. I'm telling you, man. Alright, anyway. I rewrote the program to delete all dangerous objects that could be used as weapons. Okay. Mew said she deleted dangerous objects. I can't imagine she'd miss a hammer. Was Mew lying? But why would she lie? Hammers added to the truth bullet section of the monopad. Okay. Is this a cell phone? There are cell phones in this world, but what could they be for?
No.
That's it. It's a phone, so... A cell phone? I can't believe there's... Wait a minute. A cell phone? She could have called out. She could have logged in and out using that cell phone instead of the phone in the other room. And would the cell phone bypass the log system? Would the log system only be registering the phone over there in the mansion and not registering the cell phone? So she could have come in and out extra times and we did not know. Interesting. Kaido, perfect timing. I'd like you to help me out with something. I just want to test something out.
Come on,
Help
Nick.
you out?
Of course.
Of course, I never say no to a favor for my sidekick.
Thank you.
You know,
What do you need me to do?
Is that all right?
You don't have to do anything, just stand here. Are you gonna stand here? Kaito Momota. It worked.
I knew it.
Look at that. Wow. Swaggins, there's absolutely no way in 10 minutes I could summarize everything that's happened in this playthrough so far. I'm very sorry. You'll have to watch a synopsis somewhere. There's no way I could do that, man. Okay, he logged out just as I thought. This can be used to log out just like the phone in the salon. And this proves it doesn't have to be the person themselves if you just say their name. You can log out anyone that you'd like.
All right.
Thanks to Kaido's help, I'm starting to pin this down. Ah. I bet Kaido was pretty surprised when he logged out all of a sudden. I should apologize for that later. Okay. Mew's avatar is frozen, collapsed in the snow. A logged out avatar disappears, but the real body dies and the avatar remains. Makes sense for a killing game simulator. If the body disappeared, we couldn't investigate it. Interesting. The avatars never show injuries, so they stay the same. She still looks almost alive.
But
Her face is so pretty, isn't it? It's hard to believe she's dead.
Okay.
Yeah. Mew's avatar has been added to the truth bullet section of your mana pad. Is that it?
Hey,
Could you tell me about when you found Mew one more time? We were looking out for the secret of the outside world at the chapel. Since Mew volunteered to check outside the chapel, she was separated from us. A while after we started the search, we heard a really loud sound outside. Something must have hit the wall of the chapel hard, and we felt it all the way from the inside. Something hit the chapel wall? We all rushed outside to check on the side of the chapel, and we found Mew's avatar. Then we all tried to go to the mansion to log out and check Mew's real body. When we got to the river, the bridge was gone for some reason, and while we were standing around wondering what to do, you guys showed up.
thank you.
Thanks, I got it. There must be some clue in that account. The side of the chapel wall. Huh. I mean, there's nothing weird about the chapel wall. Can we go inside the chapel? They won't let me yet. What's wrong, Kibo? Is something bothering you?
Well,
I just remembered something. Oh, okay. Maybe something new here? I think the whispering I overheard might be relevant to this case, okay? You heard whispering?
yes.
I did not intend to eavesdrop, but I did hear it. Shortly before we gathered at the chapel and dispersed to begin searching. Okay. But yeah, before we split up, I want to ask you something, Mew. It would seem Kokichi and Mew made plans to meet with each other. Timbo Slice says, oh, EA is a joke. They have a Battlefield version for $120, but it comes with the season pass. That's it. Huh. Anyway, it would seem Kokichi and Mew made plans to meet each other. Meet each other?
Yes.
Kokichi was confirming the specific place that they were supposed to meet. I couldn't hear the whole conversation, but I'm certain the rooftop was mentioned.
Then
Those two met on the rooftop.
well,
But it's strange, right? They were planning to meet on the mansion's rooftop. Why'd Mew volunteer to search the area around the chapel?
you're right.
That's true. If they were meeting on the rooftop, she would have wanted to search the mansion. Either way, she shouldn't have been able to get to the rooftop. She was searching the area around the chapel, which is where we found her avatar. With no bridge to cross the river, she could not have gone from the chapel to the mansion. That's true. Something is strange about all of this. Mew and Kokichi's meeting. Yeah, this is a very complicated situation. Alright, he finished the investigation.
Shuichi.
It would seem we finished investigating this place.
Okay.
There's something I wanted to ask. Can our avatars hide objects? It seems like you can put stuff in your clothes here too, just like the real world. I see, like the real world. What are we going to do next? Are we going back to the real world already? Before that, there's one more place I have to investigate. The mansion's rooftop.
As I thought.
Very well, then. Alright, this is where they were supposed to hang out or meet. The positive... Yeah, and that's also where Kaido logged out. So there should be some clues there. I don't really get it, but if you want to investigate, let's go to do that, Shuichi. Yes, Only Ice Coffee, what is your question about tomorrow's streams? Go right ahead, just tag me again, and I'll answer. So, I have a theory, alright? Shuichi, everyone is counting on you, including myself.
Shuichi.
Please give the Clash Trial everything you've got and see us through to the end. I'll do my best as well. Okay. And I as well. That's all I can, least I can do is I'm a detective after all. My theory is that she did meet with Kokichi on the rooftop. She had the phone with her. And maybe Kaido stumbled into the conversation and she logged him out, right? I think she might have logged him out with the phone, took it with her and came back over here, and then someone murdered her and she dropped the phone here. Also, again, we're not sure. We're not sure if when you log in and out with this phone, if it's actually kept in the log or not of what we were looking at, right? We don't know. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, Only Ice Coffee says we're doing E3 coverage on the daily stream and regular gameplay of the night stream. That's correct. The E3 coverage, we're going to be watching the two press conferences. The first there's Microsoft Bethesda co-conference at 10 a.m. Then at 12:15 p.m., it's Square Enix. chances are Microsoft Bethesda's going to be at least an hour long, if not longer. If that's the case, I doubt I'm going to have time to do my recap reactions right after. Depends on how long. If it's short, if it's like a half an hour, then yeah, I'll do it. But if it's like an hour or longer, chances are there wouldn't be enough time for me to do my recap reactions right afterward. So we'll see what happens. If there is time, I'll do it right after. If not, we'll wait, and then we'll watch the Square Enix press conference together as well. Now, when I say watch together, what I mean is I'm going to create a stream here on DSP Gaming where people will be able to file in early, and they'll actually be able to talk in the stream chat live. Okay? So we'll be talking live during those events on the internet going on. Then once they're done, I will go live and I'll do recap reactions. If we finish early, then I'll probably do like some random gameplay like Call of Duty or something like that. Okay? Tomorrow night's late stream is a normal gameplay stream of Virtua Fighter 5. And he says, only ask says he can't do the night stream tomorrow. Fair enough. Okay. Why would toilet paper be here, and why is it related to the cake, or is it related to the case? All right, real brief. Let's go to the rooftop, and I'll probably save once we see what happens on the rooftop. And that's it for tonight's stream, but I do want to just quickly see what's up here. Shuichi, what was that all about?
Sorry.
Kaido, I'm sorry. I wanted to see if you could log out using that cell phone.
Jeez.
Tell me first. That was bad for my heart. I suddenly got logged out. I panicked and rushed back. Sorry.
Stop it.
Come on now. That's enough. Don't interfere with the investigation.
You know...
I wasn't interfering. Why do you guys come back here? Did you already finish investigating? I wanted to investigate the rooftop next. What's important about that? I wasn't mute at the chapel the whole time. We found her on the ground next to it. Now, let's believe in Shuichi's reasoning.
It'll be okay.
Shuichi can do it for sure. He's the ultimate detective after all. If you're going to be like that, then do what you want. Investigate the rooftop or whatever. Why is he being so defensive about the rooftop, right? That's weird. Swaggins, no, you cannot host streams on YouTube, to my knowledge. It's not like Twitch where I can host a stream on here and we can watch that. We can't. Well, everyone will just have to find the streams for themselves and watch them, and then we'll talk about it live in the chat. Yes. Okay. So anyway, he says, you're my sidekick, and I trust your deductions, and my deductions are his.
Hey now.
Oh, my battery's low. Oh, boy. What are you, some credit-stealing bully?
I mean...
I'm going to investigate Mew's avatar once I get interrupted.
Sorry.
Since I got interrupted last time. Sorry.
Well then.
Let's go to the rooftop. Okay. All right. Oh! Carlton Jr. tipped me $1.30. I guess this is going to be the final contribution of the night. He says, seems like Mew was conspiring to murder someone and got killed instead. Maybe by an accomplice. She became her undoing. Possibly. I would say it definitely looks like she had some kind of ulterior motive. With everything she was doing, it sounds like she was whispering and having secret meetings. And you're absolutely right. It sounds like maybe someone used that to their advantage to get the drop on her. Yeah. All right. Let's see what we got up here. Excuse me. Okay. Ellipsian says, why not host it on your Twitch stream? We can chat here. I mean, I guess I could. We could host it on my Twitch stream. I could just type host and then host like I'm sure there's like an E3 stream or just a Twitch official Twitch stream might be doing it. I guess we could do that. Okay. Mew and Kokichi are supposed to meet on this very rooftop, and that person in charge of searching the area Kaido was forcibly logged out.
That's true.
The area must have something to do with the case. Might not be directly connected to the case, but I should inspect these binoculars. I can see this building is on top of a hill. I can't see past this point because of the map loading point. That's strange. Why would the map loading point be right in the middle of the world? Something doesn't seem right. Yeah, you know, okay. I know what's going on. I figured it out. The middle is not the middle. I just figured it out because the way he said that. So here's the truth. Ready? Can we zoom in on this? No, we can't. Here's the truth. The middle is not the loading point. The middle is the edge of the map. The actual edges of the map are... How can I explain it? So take the right half of this map, cut it, and paste it on the left-hand side. So the chapel and the mansion are actually next door to each other. You can even see the ridge connects there. Take a look. The ridge actually connects there. See the ridge at the bottom of the two houses? They connect. So what happened is Mew made this map to fool them. She coded the world so you can't actually walk across the map. She recoded it to make it so that it looked like that was the edge of the world, and it wasn't. The edge of the world is actually the center of the map. Because the ridge connects. Yeah. And that's why the river, that's why it makes sense that the river running that way would actually have the sign get caught on that stone. Yeah, that all makes sense now. And that's also why, I was looking out the window of the dining room and I could see Mew, because Mew's right next to it. The chapel's actually right next door to the mansion. But you don't know that because Mew coded the world. And she coded it so you can't walk over there. That's what it is. Yep. That's exactly what it is. What's wrong, Himiko?
Okay.
When murders happen in a mansion in the snow like this, there are always locked room mysteries created by piled up snow, isn't that right? But it's disappointing you can't leave footprints in the snow in this world. That's something to be disappointed about? Kibo, you find anything? This is difficult. There's nothing there that seems to resemble a clue. Mew should have arranged to meet with Kokichi here. I thought we could at least confirm whether or not she really came to the rooftop. Unfortunately, there's no clues which indicate that. Did Mew ever come to the roof? That is an important question. Kibo, I wanted your opinion on something. Do you think you could get up and down from this roof from outside of the mansion?
Well...
No, that would have been very difficult. This rooftop is rather high. Even the ledge of the roof is roughly the height of a 3 to 4 story building.
You're right.
Yeah, it's certainly too high to jump.
As I thought.
Which means it would have been impossible to climb up from the outside. That means the only way to this rooftop is the stairs. It also means I know how Mew died. She was up here, and it could have been Kokichi, maybe not. Someone pushed her off the rooftop. She slid down this giant ledge at maximum speed and hit headfirst into the wall of the chapel. And that accounts for the sound that they heard at the chapel. That's what killed her. Someone was up here with her, pushed her off the edge, she slid maximum speed, boom, hit the wall. That's how she died. That's exactly what happened. Yep. All right, I figured it out. I see.
Hey!
What's wrong, Samugi? Look at the doorknob, it's locked.
Ah!
It is, it's a thumb turn lock. Easy to lock. Seems like you can't lock it unless you're on the outside. Look, the keyhole is on this side of the door. Isn't it usually the other way around?
No.
Not necessarily. I've seen this before to prevent you from locking yourself out.
I see.
Is that so? The rooftop has a lock on the door. It's important information. See, this is bullshit. That's not really there. The storage room. It's a little different than how I remember. It feels as if something's missing. The map. The mat was in here. Feels as if something's missing, but I wasn't paying close attention, so I don't remember. The mat was in here. I absolutely remember the mat that we found next to Mew's body was inside the storage room. Yeah. We just figured it all out. I expected everything. All that's left now is... What's she doing here? Here you are. I was looking for you.
Huh?
Maki, why are you here? I thought you were analyzing the program.
I told you.
Monotaro finished analyzing the program and he told me to gather everyone. He finished?
Shuichi!
We should probably head back then. Our investigation here is pretty much done, right?
Okay.
Yeah, you're right. I'm investigating everything that I need to.
Shuichi!
Alright, then we'll head back first.
I don't wanna.
I don't wanna say goodbye to my avatar. Did you like it that much?
Then...
We should go too.
Hey!
Uh-oh. What's wrong?
Ew.
You're definitely more reliable in a class trial than out. All the others think so too.
Huh?
What?
Well...
I'm not trying to sound like Kaido, but I don't think you should carry all the burden alone. You're Shuichi Saihara before you were a detective. Don't ever forget that. I shouldn't be talking. I threw him in my identity as Maki Harukawa to be an assassin.
Thank you.
Thank you, Maki. Okay. Was she being considerate just now? Alright, let's save up. So, yeah, what I'm going with is thus. Just to summarize before we adjourn for the night. This is not the world. The world is actually the opposite, where the chapel is on the left-hand side, the mansion's on the right, and they're actually directly next to each other. Mew recoded the world so you can't see that way, but they're definitely next to each other, okay? The loading point is actually the edge of the map, not the center of the map. That means Mew was up here, she was meeting with someone. and for some reason that person killed her. Basically, maybe she was on the mat, and he pushed the mat with her on it. She slid all the way down the snow-covered rooftop, smashed face first into the chapel, and that killed her. That would account for the phone that she had on her, which she used to probably log out Kaido. That would account for the mat. We don't know anything about the hammer yet. We don't know that. But outside of that, I think we figured out exactly what happened here in the virtual world and how she died. Could it have been Kokichi, who had the secret meeting with her? Could it have been someone else? Don't know. All right, but that's where we're leaving it. Next time around, we're definitely going to dive deeper in, and hopefully we get our answers. We'll probably get to the class trial. I think all we're going to do is we're probably going to analyze the computer data or whatever. And once we get through the computer data, then we're going to have our answers, right? All right, ladies and gentlemen. That was a good stream. I knew it would be. I told you, once the murder happened, this game always picks up in a big way once the murders happen. So I had fun. I hope you guys did too. I hope you enjoyed all of that. Until next time, when we'll get even deeper into this mystery. That's right, it was Colonel Mustard in the library. I agree. All right.